cheat on me with my best friend? Destroy my family? Fine, but don't expect me to just walk away. I will wreck your career, I will drain your bank account, and I will humiliate you in front of the entire town. And the best part? I won't even have to lift a finger to do it. Mike wasn't just a neighbor. He was the guy I watched football with every Sunday. He was the guy I helped build a deck with. Our wives, Sarah and my ex, were inseparable. We were the perfect quartet. We trusted them. I trusted him. I remember one Christmas dinner vividly. We were all at my table. Mike was cracking jokes, eating my food, drinking my wine. My wife was laughing a little too hard at his stories. I caught them glancing at each other across the table, just for a second. At the time, I thought nothing of it. Now looking back, I realized they were mocking me right in front of my face. The suspicion didn't hit me all at once. It was a slow burn. It started with the phone. My wife, who used to leave her phone on the counter, started taking it everywhere. Bathroom, laundry room, even to check the mail. Then came the therapy sessions. She told me she was working through some childhood trauma. I was supportive. I paid the bills. But then, the mistake. 5 months ago, she left her iPad unlocked on the sofa. I went to move it, and I saw a notification pop up. An email to her therapist. The subject line, Mike joining next session. My blood ran cold. Why would my best friend be going to her therapy? My heart was pounding in my ears as I opened her messages. I scrolled back. Not days, not weeks, but months. Hundreds of texts. I can't wait to see you. He's so boring compared to you. I love you. I sat there, reading the details of how they betrayed me while I was at work, while I was sleeping, while I was sitting right next to them. I didn't scream. I didn't break anything. I waited. When she came home that night, I was sitting at the kitchen table. The iPad was right in front of me. She walked in, saw the screen, and her face went pale. "We need to talk," she whispered. I expected an apology. I expected tears. But I got something worse. She got cold. "I love him," she said, looking me dead in the eye. "It just happened. We were going to tell you eventually. We are planning to divorce you and Sarah and move in together." She explained it like it was a business transaction. They were only going to therapy to figure out how to manage me and Sarah, to keep us calm. That night, she packed a bag and left. I was broken. I spent 3 days unable to eat. But then, the sadness turned into something else. It turned into cold, hard rage. I realized I had something they didn't. I had leverage. See, Mike had just been elected to the Board of Education. It was his dream. He loved the power, the respect. My wife worked for the school district. She was weeks away from a massive promotion to a director level. Everyone knew the job was hers. But here is the thing. An affair between a board member and a staff employee? That is a massive conflict of interest. It's a political scandal. I had the evidence. I could have just emailed it to the superintendent. But that was too easy. I wanted them to suffer. I wanted them to destroy themselves. I called my wife a week later. I tried to sound panicked. "Listen," I said, "I found out something bad. I was venting to a friend of mine, Dave. You don't know him well, but he is furious." She asked what I meant. "He knows about you and Mike. He says it's disgusting. He says a board member shouldn't be sleeping with staff. He told me he's going to the public board meeting next Tuesday. He wants to take the microphone during the public comment section and expose everything." I heard her breath hitch on the phone. "You have to stop him," she cried. "I tried," I lied. "He won't listen to me. He says the town needs to know." The paranoia set in immediately. I knew Mike. He was a coward. The thought of standing on a stage while a stranger listed his sexual affairs to the entire town? He couldn't handle that. 2 days later, the news broke. Mike resigned from the Board of Education for personal reasons. He quit. He gave up the one thing he loved most just to avoid the public shame. I watched from my window as he paced around his driveway, looking defeated. But I wasn't done. The superintendent, a good man who knew us all, heard the rumors. He heard why Mike really resigned. He called my wife. I wasn't there, but I heard about it later. "We can't promote you," he told her. "The optics are too bad. You are too controversial now." The job she had worked 5 years for? Gone. Given to an outside candidate. A month later, when the divorce papers were being signed, I looked at her. "By the way," I said calmly, "there was no Dave, no angry friend. Nobody was coming to the meeting." The look on her face was priceless. She realized they had thrown away their careers over a ghost. So where are we now? Mike lives in a crappy one-bedroom apartment. His wife Sarah took the house and half his pension. He barely mows his lawn anymore. My ex-wife is stuck in her old job, walking the hallways where everyone whispers about her. Her reputation is trash. They are still together, miserable, trying to prove to everyone that it was worth it. And me? I'm taking the kids camping this weekend. The air smells fresher when you cut the toxic people out of your life. Don't mess with a quiet man. We don't get mad. We get even. Before I get to the comments, I want to give one piece of advice to any man listening to this. Look at your circle. Look closely. We are taught to trust our friends blindly, but the sad truth is, the person holding the knife is usually the one standing closest to your back. If you see red flags, don't ignore them. If your wife starts guarding her phone, or if your buddy starts showing up a little too often, don't be the nice guy. Be the observant guy. Trust your gut. It is better to be paranoid and wrong than to be trusting and destroyed. Protect your peace. Protect your assets. And never let them see you bleed. Now, here is what people online had to say about my story. One user named Texas Ranger said, "Good job, man. You played them like a fiddle. Cheaters deserve zero sympathy. Hope you and the kids enjoy that camping trip." Another user wrote, "The best revenge is living well. The fact that you destroyed their careers without even raising your voice? That is legendary. Stay strong." Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story of justice, hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.